Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! It shouldn't come as a secret to any fan of Descendants and Zombies that I love Freya Skye with all of my heart, and seeing her have the opportunity to release her first ever EP called Stardust is an unbelievable experience, and one that I know that will forever and always hold a special place in my heart. Having a chance to look at some of the first ever photos that were thrown up on social media less than 24 hours ago was truly breathtaking to me, and I was really left at a loss for words. Because she's so young, but yet she's writing such beautiful music, and I think we can find time in appreciating that. And I can go on to record thousands of more videos about Freya Skye, even with how many videos I previously uploaded and archived for you about Freya on this YouTube channel. I hope that Freya eventually sees these videos and realizes that she will forever and always hold a very special place in my heart, as she has yours for many years. Because many of you have been fans of Freya Skye from the very beginning. From the very first moment I laid eyes on Freya Skye, I knew she was going to be something special. I knew she was going to be somebody special to everybody who ever was a fan of her, because you too saw something special in Freya. And together we gave back to the Freya Skye fandom. We gave back to the fandom of Descendants and Zombies, because we came together and we created something truly special for every fan of Descendants and Zombies, giving them the chance to share in their memories of being fans of Descendants and Zombies. It could have been from Zombies 1, Zombies 2, Zombies 3, the original Descendants trilogy. However you saw yourself being a fan of Descendants and Zombies, you could celebrate it and have it be honored through this YouTube channel for the first time ever. Because the majority of the YouTube content creators who revolve their content around Descendants and Zombies pretty much is just AI, or a 7 to 12 minute long video with pre-shot footage of Descendants and Zombies collaborated for a video to get you to hit their subscribe button. But you've hit the subscribe button because that decision was up to you. And that decision to make this your favorite Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel came down to how you felt, inspired by the content that I would create with you about how I could resonate with every fan of Descendants and Zombies. I've shared with you crazy stories about how I thought my roommate may have been a werewolf or my girlfriend may have been a vampire, but that's what made these videos so fun. Never knowing what I was going to say every single time I pushed record, or how many people I was going to have the chance to resonate with. I will never forget any of you for what you did for me as the YouTube content creator of this channel and as a fan of Descendants and Zombies, because together we created something special and we gave back to the Descendants and Zombies fandom in a way that no other YouTube channel or YouTube creator has ever had the honor of doing. I would love to attend the awards every year for shows like Descendants and Zombies to give these characters the awards they forever and always deserve, because there's a level of appreciation that you get to in your career, where you want nothing more than just to go down in history for being remembered for your contributions and some of the greatest of all time. And I would love to stand on a stage and share the stage with people like Kylie and Freya, because they deserve these honors. And these honors have been a long time coming for them. And I think even though you can give as many 20-minute long speeches as you want, there is a certain way to show that level of appreciation that comes with being a fan of Freya Skye and Kylie Contrell. And you guys show it every single day that you open your eyes, because of how passionate you feel about Kylie Contrell and Freya Skye. And that's the one thing, that's something I've never wanted any of you to forget. I am here tonight in front of this microphone with my camera turned on, sitting in this chair reviewing Freya Skye's content because of each and every one of you. This YouTube channel happens and was created because of each and every one of you. It may have happened in the form of girls showing up at my door every year on Halloween dressed up as their favorite Descendants and Zombies characters, trying to get me to guess who they are because they felt inspired. But I felt so honored to be a part of this incredible story, because every day we write a new chapter in the story of Descendants and Zombies. Everybody has a different and very authentic way of how they feel about it, or how they tell the story of Mal and Evie, or Red and Chloe, or Zed and Addison, and now eventually Victor and Nova in Zombies 5. We have a lot to be excited about when it comes to the future of Descendants and Zombies franchises, because there's still so much more of a story. Even with how much of a story we've already seen, there is so much more of a story yet to bear witness to. And I am incredibly excited to be a part of these conversations, to break down the characters, to give you reviews along with predictions about the futures of Descendants and Zombies, because indeed there is one to feel enthralled about and to feel ever more inspired than we previously already have. Many of you probably have a favorite moment from Descendants and Zombies that is the reason why you're such a huge fan of Descendants and Zombies today, that you've held close to your heart for over 10 years, like the iconic elevator scene where Zed looked at Addison and said that zombies had to win a football, otherwise they were never going to achieve acceptance. Or when they broke up in Zombies 2 and that song, Gotta Find It Where I Belong, truly defined a person's purpose in life. There are so many iconic moments that you will forever and always remember and hold close to your heart for being a fan of Descendants of Zombies. And whatever your reason is for being here tonight, you are more than welcome to hit my subscribe button. You are more than welcome to hit the subscribe button of this YouTube channel than you are any other YouTube creator out there, because all they ever want from you is to hit that subscribe button so they can achieve monetization. I want you to hit my subscribe button because you're a fan of Descendants of Zombies. And I've left that choice up to you, and you've chosen to make this YouTube channel your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel 100,000 channel views later. Thank you so much from my heart to yours for making this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, because all I've ever wanted is to have the opportunity to be a part of something special. And you gave me that chance. You allowed me to share with you my story about how I was a fan of Descendants of Zombies. And I like to believe that some way or somehow I've touched the hearts of more people than I've probably ever been given credit for, because I've received my fair share of criticism. But you know what allowed me to outshine that? It was how much love and support I received for every video that I ever had the honor of creating about Freya Skye. I would love to believe that Freya Skye has seen many of my videos that I've uploaded and probably even hit my like button. But I know while that may be a long way away from ever happening, at least I had the honor of touching the hearts of thousands of people who felt inspired by Freya Skye because she was their favorite singer. I have seen some of the best of them come and go in this industry, and the one thing that I've come to know about this industry is it's a very unforgiving industry. It is very cruel, this industry, and how it's perceived. And it is very difficult to make a name for yourself in an established industry that is forever and always constantly evolving and forever and always changing. But Freya Skye has maintained this positive image and this very positive outlook on life and her career. Even with how young she is, and there's never a new opportunity for her, there's always a new opportunity for her to learn something new. She is so appreciative of the opportunity to create and really to shine through. And that's what's made her the superstar that she is today, because of how much each and every one of you have believed in her. How much you believed in her enough to purchase her concert tickets, to come out and show so much love and support for her at the Worlds Collide Tour. Of course, stemming off this, we'll have the Stars Align Tour performing in theaters over 15 cities across the United States. Tickets are sold out everywhere for this because the seating is very limited. But even with how the seating is very limited, there is an endless amount of love and support forthcoming for the Stars Align Tour and the release of her upcoming EP, which is the purpose of this tour, because you go on tour to promote your EP, to really put yourself out there in ways you've never been put out there before. And I must say that having the chance to look at some of these very first few photos that were uploaded on social media less than 24 hours ago, Freya Skye has never shined brighter than ever before. And her star is going to continue to shine brighter for many years to come. I would like to believe that 20 years from now, we're still going to be having these conversations about Freya Skye and all of your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, with a scattered conversation thrown in there from time to time. Because I can't go a day without talking about Kylie Cantrell and how her favorite movie was Shrek, and how she's never ever had the opportunity to watch Shrek. Well, Kylie Cantrell, if you want to take yourself up to the opportunity to watch Shrek, there is the original Shrek right there, front and center. I've always been a huge fan of Shrek and how fairy tale characters had a greater appreciation following the release of Shrek back in 2001. That was when the original Shrek was first released. And now Shrek 5 is coming out from DreamWorks by 2026, 2027. So it's going to be happening really, really soon, and I'm really excited to see where these fairy tale characters will go from here on out. But, you know, in saying that, Shrek gave a greater appreciation for fairy tale characters, so too have Descendants of Zombies. And I think that with how much of an extensive library of characters we have seen come into the Descendants franchise, there is still a wider range of characters yet to see their introduction into this franchise, which I'm really excited about. The discovery of sisterhood between Red and Pink is going to be something I'm going to be very fond of, and I'm going to be paying particular closely attention to for Descendants 5 Book Wonderland's premiere, because we've never seen a story quite like this. I know Pink is just one of the many consequences of time travel after having altered the fabric of time, which you can never seem to expect enough consequences from. But I'm going to have a greater appreciation for the work between Kylie Cantrell and Leomani Sakura, because their chemistry is really second to none. I think the chemistry that we've seen for Descendants of Zombie stars, both past and present, is really second to none. There truly is no comparison, and I don't think a franchise ever comes close to making a comparison to what Descendants of Zombies has really achieved. It's achieved a very special place in our hearts that we forever and always remain close to, and we've never really wanted to let go of or say goodbye to. I got to be honest with each and every one of you. I've never wanted to say goodbye to Descendants of Zombies, and I've never wanted to close the book on a new chapter being written or a new opportunity being presented, because there's an endless amount of opportunities. Even with how far your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars have come, They still have that much further to go. And I would like to be a part of that future, having everything to do with each and every one of you. You know, if I ever had the honor of going down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, which I hope to very soon in my career, I would like to know that you guys would be a part of it, because if you guys couldn't be a part of it, then I don't know if I'd want anything to do with going down in history for being the greatest of all time and being recognized. Because you guys made me the person that I am today. You've made me a stronger person. You've made me believe in myself more. You've given me so much incentive to create all these wonderful videos, and hoping that I was going to touch your heart. Because as a YouTube creator, I'll let you in a little secret. I never promote these videos, and I just leave it for what it is, and I upload it to YouTube every night, hoping I'm going to get over 100 views, X number of views, X number of subscribers. You never know how many subscribers your video is going to receive, or how many views your video is going to get, or what kind of response you're going to receive. You just perceive everything with an open heart and an open mind and hope for the best. And I've had the honor of seeing a lot of unbelievable things happen for this YouTube channel. I've experienced a lot. I've seen how popular people like Cameron Boyce were as the character Carlos in Descendants. I experienced his life, which was very short-lived, I know, but he was a beautiful person. I experienced his passing and how emotionally overcome everybody was, with so much emotion following his death that they couldn't make sense of, the stars included. And I thought to myself, you know, I wanted to be there for people like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson to help them make sense of everything happening around them. I knew they had the support of their family and their friends to help them make sense of what was happening, but I just wanted to be a part of it. And I wanted to be a part of each and every one of your lives to let you know that everything was going to be okay. Because no matter how much devastation we face in our lifetime, or often things that we can never make sense of, there are really good people out there in this world, and that proves to be more true than ever before because of the fandom of Descendants and Zombies. They will never quit on you. They will forever and always support you in your videos. They will forever and always support you in how you feel about Descendants and Zombies. All you got to do is never be afraid to let the world know how you truly feel about a superstar like Freya, Skye, and Clarke, and never be afraid to talk about their future and be supportive of that future, and that's exactly what I've tried to do. I've tried to relate to everybody, from you guys to Clarke to Freya, Skye, even if they don't know who I am. I would like to believe they do know who I am, because I've uploaded hundreds of videos about Descendants and Zombies through the years. I've been involved with these franchises behind the scenes for over 10 years. And a lot can happen in 10 years, and we've experienced a lot in 10 years together. We've cried together, we've laughed together, we've shared in each other's stories about being fans of Descendants and Zombies, and now we've drawn inspiration from an incredibly beautiful story. And so many stories that we've witnessed, but so many stories that are forthcoming, that I'm so excited to be a part of. And all these new characters, from Princess and the Frog and Encanto, I got to tell you, in 2011, I loved the story of Princess Tiana, and how a princess and a frog could actually go together so significantly. And now Encanto characters are coming into it, which opens up the door for even more characters from franchises like Frozen and even Hercules. To be honest with each and every one of you, I would like to be a Descendants action hero and be in these scenes with Hades and be in all these fight action scenes. You know, I would be a volunteer in the Kingdom Cup games. I would voluntarily become involved in the Kingdom Cup games in these action scenes. I know I got a history with pro wrestling, and my background with pro wrestling will probably come in handy with this kind of thing. Jonathan Clarke will probably do his own stunts. But I would like to believe that some way or somehow I would go down in history for being everybody's favorite Descendants character. And when it comes to having a Descendants and Zombies action figure or doll, oh, sign me up, man. I'll do all the voice recordings for the doll and the action figures and the teddy bears, and they'll be flying off the shelves, because I find that the girls are very supportive of their dolls and their action figures, but when it comes to these guys, they don't want anything to do with recording their voice for the dolls or teddy bears or what have you. And I would really love to take myself up on the opportunity to be a part of whatever I could be a part of with Descendants and Zombies. And that's not just Q&As. That's allowing you guys to get to know me for the person that I am. Let me put it to you this way. If I ever had the honor of becoming a character in Descendants and Zombies, you could sign me up just as fast as you could snap your fingers, because it would give me a chance to create magic. I would love to be a creative writer and to be involved in the creative process for Descendants and Zombies, because it's one thing to sit there in front of a camera and talk about Descendants and Zombies, but to make the fans feel as if they're a part of something so immersive, that's an entirely different experience. And it's very difficult for me to put into words how I feel about that, because I've always wanted to become immersed in whatever I had the opportunity to be a part of. On-stage productions, which are far from famous, I know, and really sucks that, you know, a guy who's hosting the show had an interest in theater for years, because if there was one guy every day after school that was in the theater room, in the gymnasium, it was this guy. I had a lot of frightening experiences where I almost fell down through the stage during productions of Phantom of the Opera and Romeo and Juliet, but I lived through it. And I'm here today because of each and every one of you. I forever and always loved your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, and if I was ever going to be a part of a conversation, it was going to have to be something nice for people, because I wanted to create relatable content. I just didn't want to come on here and talk about Descendants of Zombies and be excited for people like Kylie and Freya because they indeed had futures and just detail it for what it was worth. I wanted to come on here and share my story with you about how I became a fan of Descendants of Zombies so you could get to know me, so I could become a relatable figure, a relatable voice, if anything, in Descendants of Zombies that you could trust in. Like how Aladdin looked at Jasmine before they went on that magical carpet ride and he took her off the palace balcony and he looked in her eyes and he said, "Do you trust me?" Well, all I've ever wanted you guys to do is trust me to provide you with reliable content that you knew was going to be here on this YouTube channel, to give you something to believe in for Descendants of Zombies. And people have heard my voice. I've been given the opportunity to showcase Descendants of Zombies in a way that no other YouTube creator has ever had the honor bestowed upon them to showcase and talk about Descendants of Zombies. I would love the opportunity to interview them. I would love the opportunity to get to know them for who they are, because I know everything about your favorite stars. How Meg Donnelly's favorite color is orange. How Kylie Cantrell is the most emotional person ever. How Freya Skye loves to get a plain cheeseburger at McDonald's, prefers board games over video games. How her favorite music is always these appreciative ballads that she loves performing. I seem to know everything there is to know. I know her favorite soccer player. She's very fond of the sport of soccer. I get that. And I get them for who they are. And I just wish more YouTube creators would really take a greater appreciation away from every single time they've ever had the honor of uploading a video about Descendants of Zombies, because I never know how much of a reach each video I'm ever going to upload is going to have. I just put my heart into every video that I've ever had the honor of recording, and I really have the time of my life being a part of these conversations with so many wonderful fans of Descendants of Zombies. And even with how many fans of Descendants of Zombies I've had the honor of creating relatable content for, I still have so many wonderful fans of Descendants of Zombies that I have yet to meet. And I have never felt more honored to be a part of these conversations with each and every one of you. This is an honor, and I think that every YouTube creator who's ever talked about Descendants of Zombies even once in he or she's lifetime should perceive it that way. And the reason why their videos aren't as effective and don't touch as many hearts as these do, and aren't as relatable, is because they don't take away that greater appreciation from Descendants of Zombies every single time they watch it. I've seen people even watch Descendants of Zombies for the first time ever while they're recording the reaction video, and they've really done a disastrous job. I think that there's a far greater appreciation to take away from Descendants of Zombies. There's a better understanding to be had about daywalkers and nightwalkers, because for years people have tried to decipher what a daywalker and a vampire is. It's a pretty duh kind of concept, and once you get into it, the flow of it is really easy, and it's very easy to understand. I think once you come to terms with that, you can give a greater appreciation for Descendants of Zombies every single time, rather than talking about something stupid in your video to attract an audience. All I've ever wanted to do is be a part of your lives and represent you as a relatable figure and a known name for Descendants of Zombies. And I've had the honor of doing that in so many emphatic ways over the years, because I just wanted my voice to be heard. I wanted to share in my story with each and every one of you while hearing yours, from your perspective of being fans of Descendants of Zombies, for your favorite songs, your favorite characters that you've really become defined through. This is such a huge honor for every YouTube creator, because moments like these will never ever happen again. This is history that we are all a part of, and I felt more than honored to have been a part of history and to create history with each and every one of you. We were a part of history in 2025 with the Worlds Collide Tour and the premiere of Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires. And we are going to continue to forever and always remain a part of history as we head into 2026. By the lateral part of 2026, there is so much expected to happen for both Descendants and Zombies, and I have felt so honored to be a part of that and sharing that with each and every one of you while telling you my stories about how I felt inspired to become a fan of Descendants of Zombies, which takes me back to each and every one of you and how you played such a critical role in the development of my character and my personality. Thank you guys so much for believing in Descendants of Zombies as much as what you have. Thank you so much for never quitting on these franchises, because you put them in the places they have forever and always deserved to be, on a pedestal that they should never seem to come down off of. And I have felt more than honored to be a part of these conversations and this upcoming future, because indeed there is one for us all to experience and really enjoy and really marvel in when it comes to the Descendants of Zombies fandom. You guys have chosen this YouTube channel over every other YouTube channel and have made it your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, and I have never felt more honored to be the host of this show because I can't believe that it would have ever happened for me with over 100,000 channel views later and nearly 4,000 people having hit my subscribe button. Thank you to every Freya Skye fan who has obviously seen something special in every video that I've ever uploaded about Freya as we keep this conversation going into that foreseeable future and look ahead to so many incredible opportunities for Freya to seize at such a young age in 2026. The Stars Align World Tour, the upcoming release of her EP called Stardust. Very different name from every other EP we've previously seen released over at least the last 15 years, but it's really going to go the distance and leave a forever and always imprint on each and every one of our hearts. Thank you so much for believing in Freya Skye as much as what you have, and thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, hosted by the one and only yours truly, Jonathan Clarke. I have never felt more honored to be in your guys' presence to discuss all things related to Descendants of Zombies and record all this wonderful, relatable content. If you have yet to subscribe, you're probably going to want to go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Smash that subscribe button, give me a couple of likes, and join in on this incredible journey and these incredible conversations that will forever and always hold a very special place in my heart. Thank you so much for having watched this video.